Day 4. Time to get to Mansfield.
Hello from Mount Buller. Our Victorian high country adventure continues. This morning we woke up in Benalla and grabbed some coffee from Zeus there, had a look at the street art.
A little bit of Macca's.
And now we've driven all the way through Mansfield and up Mount Buller. And the view is already spectacular, but we have a bit of a climb ahead of us still. See that guy? That is the summit there. We have not quite reached it yet. So that is going to be what we'll be embarking on in just a second.
Yeah, this is incredible.
But Mount Buller is a ski resort. It's actually summer or autumn at the moment, so there's no skiing to be had here right now, and it's a hive of activity with all of the maintenance going on to get ready for winter.
We're standing next to a man-made dam up here to no doubt fuel the snow-making.
And there's also a whole little ski village at the top here, which is very unusual for Australia. I didn't even know that we had this kind of thing. So I think we might have to come back here skiing sometime in the near future.
I've seen something similar at Falls Creek, but I've never been to Mount Buller, and this is a monster of a mountain.
It seems like the ski lifts come straight up into the village as well, so very convenient if you were staying up here.
Really cool Austrian names like Tyrol and Arlberg.
We better tackle this hill before I lose my nerve.
Yeah, let's do it.
Wow. Man, that is a view. We have been spoiled for views lately. There's Jessie, standing on the edge of the world.
That's a big drop. Steep. Gee, the air is thin up here.
That hill was gnarly.
But we both made it.
We did.
Separately.
And look at the view. Oh my goodness.
We can even see Mount Buffalo from here.
We
Almost.
can.
We
It's
can.
over in that direction.
We can see the tip of it. So we're even higher than the other day. At Mount Buffalo was 1,700 and something meters, maybe close to 1,800. This is 1,805. Perfectly calm though. We keep getting good weather. This jacket is too much.
Yeah. It's a bit warm, especially after the climb. We're just going to enjoy this for a bit longer before we head back down to the little village and pick out which place we want to stay in when we come skiing.
Yeah, yeah, we got to come back here in the winter.
Yeah,
That
it's
has
so
to
cool.
happen.
Look how far away the car is. It's so small. Teeny tiny van.
Can we go skiing yet?
It's so weird being in a ski field when there's no snow, especially when where the ski lifts end up actually in the town.
A real ski resort.
I was worried about slipping down the hill on the way down, so Jessie told me to pretend I'm on a snowboard, which initially I was like, oh yeah,
Grassboarding.
nothing's happening. But then I realised, no, in reality I'd probably be more like this, on my heels, sliding down.
Yep. And now we've arrived at Delatite Winery. The drive up here was nice, dirt road. The views are pretty spectacular. It looks like autumn leaves are everywhere, and they're building a new cellar door, so it'll only get cooler. Of course it's going to get cooler. The winter's coming. There you go. That's where we just were. Up the top of this one.
How good is it out here?
Oh, it's very nice. Very nice.
Why are there always choices? We've got to pick some. Everything here is bio, even down to the cutlery, but also the grapes. They don't use any pesticides or preservatives, so it's just pure grape.
We just stumble upon a white wine worth drinking. No, we've been too harsh on white wines. This is a Sauv Blanc that apparently is not like the New Zealand Sauv Blancs, which are more lemon limey. This one was more green smelling, more like a French one. Now it smells a lot like asparagus, but it tastes delicious, no harshness. I could keep coming back to that one. And this is the Riesling, which is like green apple.
I find that one a little bit on the sour side.
Yeah, the other one didn't have any, yeah, like a green apple. The other one didn't have any of the sour. This has a slight sourness, like you would find in cider.
This one is the Hell's Window Pinot Gris, and it's kind of got an interesting way about it. Jesse was comparing it to kombucha in that it's kind of like dry and disappears as soon as you swallow it, and a little bit fizzy. Very interesting. This one is a late harvest Riesling, and because of the late harvest, the grape actually gets really sweet. Also, the Riesling grapes here are the oldest vines in the place, which means that they don't have much of a yield. They don't actually grow many grapes anymore, but the grapes that they do grow are really good, so they're actually most awarded for their Riesling. It's nice and sweet. If I was going to go for a white, I'd go for something like this, I think.
I bet you would.
This one is a Shiraz, and because this is a cool climate winery, they tend to be a bit lighter and less tanniny. Got nice berry flavours, but not too full on in your mouth.
Merlot Malbec, which Malbec, even though it comes from France, Argentina do the best Malbecs from the region of Mendoza, high up in the Andes Mountains.
That's not where this one's from.
No, this one's not. This one's probably from here-ish. Yes, the tannins, there's more tannins.
We're getting through our platter here.
A bit of pâté. Someone should eat the pâté.
Poor pâté.
I'll help out the pâté. I won! I got to the centre!
I think that was a bit too easy. I think you cheated.
No. So serene. Look how clear the water is. This is a very nice area. This is in the town of Jemison, at the bottom of the lake that Bonnie Doon is on. I can't think of the name of the lake. I should look at the map.
We are on our way to a local spot here near Jemison, just a little bit outside of town, but we weren't quite ready to pull in yet, so we decided to check out the town of Jemison, and I'm glad we did, because this peaceful spot down by the creek is very nice. Greenest place Jesse's ever seen in his life. And he's been to Ireland. By the way, it's St. Paddy's Day.
Oh yeah.
And since we're in Jamison, I wonder if they've got some Jamison. We can celebrate with an Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
It's also my mum's birthday, so happy birthday, Mum. So quiet.
So after following the advice of the guy who served us at Sam Miranda Winery, we are now at Jemison Brewery, and I have got one of their IPAs, and it is delicious. Sweet, bitter, what more could you want? And Dana grabbed herself a cider, a dry cider. It is an Empire cider, and Empire make their cider with fruit from Jemison berries up the road. And the view here is ridiculous. Some very tall mountains around here.
We were still not very hungry after our cheese and meat platter earlier at the winery, so we've just gone for a starter to share, which is a san choy bao.
Basically stuff in lettuce leaf.
And I've never had one of these before. How do you eat one? Pick up the whole lettuce, or do I just scoop?
Yeah, I think you're meant to eat it with your fingers, but no, just eat it with cutlery.
Okay. That filling is tasty. I think this is going to be the perfect thing for two people who are not very hungry, because it's nice and light and we won't be feeling totally stuffed by the end of it. Good choice, us. Pat on the back machine. I've figured it out now. You've got the lettuce boat going on. There's nuts in it too for that peanutty crunch.
Did a bit of free camping in the van last night. We've come into Mansfield. We've come to the Mansfield Coffee Merchant, and I've ordered some sort of chorizo egg mashup, and it looks incredible. And Dana got a brisket taco, which looks incredible as well. Doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, I see the taco parts. It is a taco. And we ordered some delicious coffee because, well, they're called the Coffee Merchants, so why wouldn't you? Oh, let's just do it. What have I got here? A bit of bread. I better get a bit of chorizo. That is delicious. Oh, nice peppery kick.
gonna try the coffee first. Yum, that's nice coffee. Gotta put my hair back. This is, you know it's serious business when you've gotta put your hair back. Get a bit of the brisket, potato. Okay, I think I've got a bit of everything on this fork. I'm gonna struggle to get it in my mouth. Okay, here we go. Yes. Oh my goodness, that is good. The chipotle mayo kind of cuts through everything and is delicious. The beef is so well cooked. The potato is delicious. The egg adds a little something something. This was a good choice. I'm very happy.
That dish was all about the zingy goat's curd and the chorizo together. I think it was goat's curd. It has that flavour. And the tomatoes that surprisingly tasted like blue cheese, which I rather loved.
So there's some mini golf right in the middle of town here in Mansfield, and I love myself some mini golf, so I couldn't resist, and we've got our clubs, so we're ready to go. I am off to a flying start, which Jesse missed on film, but hole in one on the first hole. Beat that.
I didn't see it happen, so did it really happen?
It really happened. Can he beat my hole in one? That would be a negative.
I thought I was getting the second hole.
Third time lucky.
Yes.
Hey! 4 is almost as good as 1. Caught cheating! It's on film! We're calling that 3, even though we cheated. Alright, time to put my money where my golf ball is.
This one's full Willy Wonka. So cool. Whoa.
He's got the snail and he looks fun in a this is going to be very difficult kind of way.
Pretty good.
Looks fun and infuriating.
Hole in one.
Woo!
Hole in one.
Looks like
right?
Jesse's in the doghouse. Oh, he's made it out of the doghouse. Hey! Find out if you would have made a good mailman. Can you get it in the slot?
What?
Hey!
What? Whoa. Okay.
Look, I quietly think it would be better to just straight hit through here, but I'm gonna do this anyway because it's fun. Can we redo?
Oh, could it be a hole in one?
No, good.
I hit the ground. Oh, okay. I guess I shan't complain. Yeah, it's got a lip there.
Time for a redo.
The lip's up there. Let's just go here so we stay away from that lip.
Oh!
Hello there, Mr. Ball.
What looks good? All in one!
Good shot. A very good shot.
Hey! A little bit of finesse is the charm. You can opt out of the loop and get 2 shots and just drop it in here.
Ned Kelly Pinball.
This one ties in with our little visit to Glen Rowan in a previous episode. A little bit of Ned Kelly Pinball. The last hole, so our adventure's nearly over.
Easy enough. Someone call that a hole in one. Are we meant to dock you 3 points though? Is that what that 3 is? Hey!
That's it.
That's it. Let's count up the scores. 47. And you're not going to believe this. 47!
We're tied.
We tied. My manhood is intact. Barely.
We have one more stop on our little trip in the Victorian High Country before we make our way to Melbourne, so I think we're going to jump in the car and head there.
We're going to Bonnie-Doon. Oh, we're going to Bonnie-Doon. We're going to Bonnie-Doon. We're going to Bonnie-Doon.
Jesse has this song that he likes to sing about going to Bonnie-Doon.
Sometimes it gets a little old. We're going to Bonnie-Doon.
So there's this movie that came out in '97 called The Castle. And if you haven't seen it, it's a very cultural movie and a great insight into the Australian sense of humour. I highly recommend it. In that film, the family goes to a place called Bonnie-Doon. And guess where we are right now?
Oh, so delicious. How's the Serenity? How's the Serenity, eh? Oh. Definitely serene. I understand what they were talking about on the movie.
How's the Serenity?
This one's going straight to the pool room.
This is going straight to the pool room.
Well, I think we're going to enjoy the serenity from the Bonnie-Doon Hotel, grab a drink before we head on to Melbourne, and that's going to be the end of our time here in the Victorian High Country.
If you'd like to see some more videos, subscribe, hit the bell, press like on the videos.
Subscribing for you is free and gets us closer to actually making some money someday.
But that's not why we do it. We do it for the love of the world.
For the serenity. We'll see you in the next one. To get ready.
Get ready.
So spoiled for views lately we are.
Yeah.
That was a bit Yoda of me, wasn't it?
We could scale the lightning rod here and get another 10 meters.
Not advisable. Especially one where the ski lifts. Maybe we should get married here. We haven't figured out any wedding details whatsoever, so I keep saying maybe we should get married here.
Oh.
Don't drink it all, it's fine.
I just wanted to experience it one more time. Very addicted. There's someone on the boat. I mean, there's a boat on the lake.
And there is someone on the boat.
There's definitely someone. We're going to Bonnie-Doon Hotel. You wouldn't believe when those blokes were just playing on their phone.
What?
We're going to Bonnie-Doon.